Hi Ruben, congratulations. That was a massive win on the road in Europe, but what was your message to the players after the match?
I think they have to think about the second leg, and they have to think more about the first 20 minutes than the rest of the game, because the game is going to be really tough. There is no goals away, so anything can change, and that is my message to the players. And we have to think about now for Brentford and then for the second leg.
I appreciate that you've got to be quite cautious because of the second game at Old Trafford, but is that the best performance, best result of your time in charge here?
No, I think it's the best result because nobody expect this result. But again, I think you saw two games today. The first 25 minutes and then after the goal, and also with the sent-off, the game changed. That was a good thing. Also a good thing in the second half, we tried to be cautious. We create chances, but the most important thing is that the opponent didn't get shots, many shots to our goal, and that was really important.
Thank you. Hi. I think it's often missed that it's actually quite a young squad that you've got. But tonight, thinking Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Harry Maguire, there was huge performances from some of the more experienced players. How important was that tonight?
It's really important, and they have to step up in these moments. So they are experienced, they are international players, they already played these moments, so they have to step up in these moments. That's why they are playing here, and they are the most experienced players in this team. So I think that is natural.
Hi Ruben. When your team play with such fluency like they did tonight, and the sort of fearlessness, how is it that they can lose almost half their games in the Premier League and then come out and put a performance on like that?
I think it's hard to explain. We improve in the last games. I don't look just to the results. We had some games that we won, that we didn't play well, and some games that we lost, but we played well. And sometimes you just need a little bit luck. If you imagine the first 30 minutes, they have chances to score. If they score, it's a different game. So we need to understand these moments. And when we score, we felt more free to play. So I know that is hard. It's a different competition. I know that is hard to understand, but sometimes it's the context, it's the way we see things. We can win this competition, and in Premier League we are just suffering after game. So and try to manage these both things with some injuries. Sometimes it's hard even for the players.
Yeah, hi Ruben. You talked about the first 30 minutes, and in that time Victor Lindelof made a really big goal line clearance. I mean, can you? How important was that? And for him personally, you know, he's obviously not been in the team all the season, maybe leaving in the summer. What kind of a moment was that for him?
Yeah, it's a moment, but we need to focus on the second leg, and then in the final, if we get there, was a moment important for him. But also, he is also an experienced player. He's fighting for the team, and these guys want to give something to our fans, because you can see every week, no matter what happened in Premier League, our fans, you feel always the support. So we want to give them something. So it was an important moment for him, but more important for the team.
Ruben, what can you say about Harry Maguire? He had a tough time before you came to the club, got himself back in the team, scored winning goal against Lyon, and then plays an important part in the first goal tonight.
I think it's a good lesson for all the players, that sometimes you have some moments that you think that I will never recover from this or that. Anything can happen. And I think it's not just Harry. The history of this game can tell you that. It looks like really we are struggling a lot, and then everything changed, and everybody's going to say it was maybe the best game of the season. So we have to understand that the players have some moments in their life that they have to just to continue to work. Everything can change.
Good evening, Ruben. We ask you so much about Rasmus Højlund and the goals and the numbers, but tonight, what his contributions won't come up on the stats sheet. You know, he wins the penalty, he plays a part in the third goal. So how pleased are you for him? And can that be a sign that he can show that improvement and that will equate to goals eventually?
I think it's hard to say, but I think it was the best game that he had with me as a coach. He helped a lot the team. He secured the ball, and then he made the runs, and then decided quite well. So it's a good moment for him. But like Harry, he needs to understand everything can change. So let's focus on the next one. This is in the past. We have a tough job to do on Sunday and especially on Thursday.